Hi guys, this is Tracy. Today we are going to make a glass block that I designed. We're going to bring in the SVG from the free file that I have on my website. You can find it there. Bring it onto Design Space, onto your canvas. Now in the design, this gray part back here represents the actual block, so you don't need that. So we are going to hide that. And I am going to actually ungroup all of this. And to make it easier for myself, I'm going to attach my pieces. So I'm going to keep ungrouping until I can't ungroup anymore. Okay, so for the green, I'm going to click, hit my shift key, and I'm going to keep my shift key down while I'm clicking on all my parts. And I'm going to attach that. So I know that that's all going to cut together. I'm going to do the same thing for the red. Attach. I'm going to do the same thing for the eyes and the mouth. I have to ungroup it from the face first. Okay. Attach. These are separate. There's the window, the wording, and then that's all together. I designed this so that the Santa would be on the back of the block, so I'm actually going to flip this. Because when I go to apply it, I want it facing the right way, so it's going to cut this way so I can apply it the other way. I hope that makes sense. You'll see as I put it together. Okay, so then we're going to, first I'm going to check my colors. Sometimes, yeah, the black, even though they're both black, it looks different for whatever reason. So I'm going to put all the black on the same canvas there, on the same mat, so it cuts all together. And that looks good. Not sure why it didn't do that. Let's go back and do it again. Oh, because that's different. There we go. Now, let's go to make it. Now these are all the separate canvases. And if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I like to put as much as the vinyl on one mat as I can. Just makes it easier, it makes the process go faster when you're cutting it. So I'm going to, let's see, if you don't know how to do this by now, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Move object, I'm going to put it on the red one. And then as I go, as I'm moving my objects from one mat to the other, I have my mat in front of me and I'm lining up what colors go where. So this one down here, I like to move them first because if you don't move them, when you go to move object, it's going to land on top of the one that's already there. And I guess it's not really a big deal, but I like to have them separated. So just keep moving them. So I'm not going to go through the whole process, but you can see how it goes. Okay, so then you are going to hit continue. We're going to make it. When I cut my vinyl, I like to use the wax paper setting. You use what's good for you with your machine. That seems to work best for me. So if you don't know how to get there, you can go to Browse All Materials, and this is how you choose what setting or what you're actually going to be cutting. Let's see if I can find it in here. I think you can actually type it in too. Okay, yeah, see I already have it as a favorite. And then I change this to more, and then we hit the little button and we cut it. And I'll see you over on the other side when we make it.
Okay, today we are going to attempt to make a glass block together. I will be honest and tell you that I've never done them before, so I'm pretty excited to see how it turns out. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my block with rubbing alcohol. This is just a coffee filter. It's lint-free, so it won't leave any particles behind. Then while that dries, I'm going to weed my vinyl. Okay. I did this design so that when we put Santa on, he's going to be on the back side. So that's why he looks backwards here. All right, we're going to try a different approach. I'm going to actually try and build my elf before I put him in the window. So let's see if this works. I'm going to put his face on. Guess I should have waited to tape that one down. Let's move this over here. I printed out a picture for reference. It helps me visualize a little better to see where things go. I'm actually going to set that aside while I put, I can't decide if I want to put it on here first and then transfer the whole thing. We're going to try and do the window. Because it's such a large piece, I'm afraid we're going to get bubbles in it. And I tried to do the wet method and it was a fail. So can't do that with glass, just so you know. Well, that was a mess. You have to be careful when you're laying vinyl. Remember, as soon as it touches, it's going to stick. So get a good visual where you want it. Transfer tape's a mess, so it's going to make everything creased. Hopefully I can just pick it up and fix it. Okay, got some bubbles under there, which drives me crazy. I can lift this one. Lift that up, push that bubble out of there. Yeah, got some little ones there, but I think I can live with that. Okay, so there's that part. There's the front. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put Santa on the back. Okay, let's clear that off. And let that dry. go. I'll get the lights in there and see how it looks. Alright, this is just some batting that I had. You can use polyfill, you can use batting, whatever. These are fairy lights that I ordered, and I just took them apart. And I'm going to see how this works now. Looking back, I think I should have put my hole at the bottom. Would have been a lot easier to stuff this, but live and learn. And I'm just going to wrap this around, see how it looks. Because I have a design on the back, obviously I don't want to have this show batting all the way through the back, because then you won't be able to see Santa. So let's see how this works. My hands are too big to get down in there. I'll have to find something to stuff it in there with. Definitely should have done it the other way around. But we can make it work. You'll definitely have to mess with this to get this to lay right.